Hey everybody, welcome back to day 3. So it's going to be kind of a wrap up because I didn't really feel like there was much else to go over. I feel like when it comes to health, obviously, like we said, mentality is important. Having the glass half full versus empty kind of outlook. Like you want to perceive the best in everything. Once you start to practice that enough, it becomes easier to do. Obviously, depending on where you're starting from, it might feel like you actually have to put an effort to let go of old ways of being, but letting go in itself is easy. It's really just a choice. In that moment, is does this feel better than what I've been experiencing? And you can just kind of just think, looking back, are you going to be happy that you gave up, or are you going to want to know that you gave it your all and really persisted as best as you possibly could? Even if that means persisting that this manifesting health is easy for you, just start there. Let that be your foundation, because once you believe something is easy for you, obviously with that assumption it has to be reflected. So um what I could say is that I didn't really talk much about food or specific sizes or weights, because the truth is health can be something different to different people. To someone, their weight could be a health issue because it's inhibiting their body from functioning properly. But I feel like if you're functioning properly and you still might be a little bit plus size, as long as you are genuinely healthy, you're happy with who you are, you love who you are, you're confident, and you can have the best quality of life with where you are, then that could be healthy to you. So your size and shape doesn't matter. I think it's more about how your physical body is reacting to you. So obviously, if you're going to the doctor to get checked and see where things lie, and you can really use that as a guideline to say, okay, well, I know that I feel drowsy, I know that I feel like I could be more active, I could have a different diet of foods that allows me to feel more energized versus heavy foods that make me feel tired. The truth about food is all energy. There's no real specific diet that you really need in order to have great health. To be honest, we could get to the point where we don't even need food in order to live. It's just that we've been conditioned to think as human beings we need to have the 3 meals a day, we need to have certain things in our diet. But when you look out there, you see people who eat a wide variety of things and their bodies react a wide variety of ways to it. There are people who could eat fast food every day, not gain a weight because they have a fast metabolism, versus somebody else who could have heart issues, diabetes, all these other reactions. Is really based on your mindset, which goes back to day one. Whatever your belief system is about food is going to determine how your body responds to it. But even from a spiritual sense, obviously having more natural foods, things that aren't really what's the word? Things that haven't really been modified and all these additives. Obviously, having more natural foods, things that are healthier in that sense, just the fact that it came from the ground and it's less things being added to it. Obviously, that can be better for you, but at the same time, if you decide you want to eat whatever you want and nothing happens to you, that could be your assumption. So you really just have to decide your relationship with food, your relationship with your body. Know that you'll be inspired and motivated to the things that you need or require for your body, but you could literally get to the point where you don't eat, because since everything is energy, if you are able to sustain that high enough level of alignment to where you don't really have the desire to eat food anymore, and you have the assumption that you can gain your energy from the sun, you could easily create that assumption. Because honestly, I thought about that too, because I get tired of eating the same foods over and over again. But it's like you really want to be able to still have that versatility. But the first thing is just building that relationship back up with food. Like, you're doing the best you can, whatever you have access to, whatever is, I guess, convenient for you. But then you can't be shaming yourself for the things that you do decide to eat. It's either you make a choice to say, I could eat whatever I want and I'm still healthy, or if this doesn't make me feel good, I'm going to make a choice from that healthy state of being that I know I don't even eat this anymore. You're stepping into reality where you never had those cravings, never had the desire for anything that makes you feel drowsy or anything that could lead to disease or illness. Obviously, like we said, if we create the assumption that perfect health is all there is, then it won't even matter what you eat or what you do. You're either going to be fine eating the way you're eating, or you're not going to have the desire to eat those things anymore. So it's going to be different for each individual, but that's just like how people can manifest not smoking anymore or manifesting not drinking anymore. It's not that you're stopping the habit, you're selecting the version of you that never had that habit to begin with. So it's really just tricking your mind to accepting that that was never you. So you've never had a weight issue, you've never had a body dysmorphia issue, you've never had this illness in your family, because a lot of people like to emphasize, oh, well, with your family history and all those things. If you believe that that's possible, then yeah, whatever stuff happened in your family is likely to pass down to you. But it literally has nothing to do with genetics. Those are just belief systems that people bought into. But if you want to be the one to break the generational curse of having illnesses and not taking care of yourself and recognizing what a true state of health is, you can do that. So it's literally just deciding what health means to you, what that would look like, and then stepping into that person, starting to make decisions and choices that emulate a person or the version of you that is your ideal state of health. So just to conclude, I didn't really write anything down for this. I was just trying to make sure that I covered my perception and how I'm starting to look at health now. And a biggest part of health for me was just mindset and mentality of seeing life in a positive way. And in that in itself opens so many more realizations about quality of life. Um, but yeah, just really to start focusing on health, just notice all the health around you. If you see an ambulance or a cop car or something that passed you, let that be a symbol for health. Every time you drive past a hospital, let it be a symbol for health and not focus on illness or sickness. Like, you can reinterpret different things in your life and make them be a symbol of health instead of a symbol of sickness. Every time you pass a grocery store, just be grateful for all the healthy food and the healthy options and the delicious options you have. Every time you eat something or go out somewhere, be grateful for thinking of how the food even got to your table. Like, just be grateful that you were able to manifest all these different forms of food for your experience to have taste and the satisfaction of a full stomach. And just knowing that life is your creation. So just imagine how you're creating all of this in your consciousness. You create a reality where there's all these types of foods that you get to enjoy, and it's a blessing to be able to digest it properly in your body. It's a blessing to be able to have all these exposures to different cultures, to trying different things. It's really all just one, it's just one reality inside of you, if that makes sense. I just mean just being one with yourself and realizing it's all your creation. That's really my point. But I don't want to start rambling. So I think just to wrap up, like I said, just be grateful for the different forms of health that you have. Place more attention on that. And the more you start to bring awareness to it, the more you're going to see it projected in your body, projected in others. And I think a good way to also do that is to just express love and gratitude. Like, love your body, just love on yourself, and just fill your spirit with that positivity. And that in itself is a great way to keep your energy going at wherever you need it. Just sending your focus and your love and attention to the places that you want it to go, and no longer focusing on the bad things or the negative things that you've been used to experiencing. So another thing is like ask formations, when you ask things in the form of a question. So you can say, why am I so healthy? Why am I the healthiest I've ever been? Why is life just showing so much health and abundance to me? Why is everything always working out for me? Why do I have such amazing mental health? Why do I have such amazing physical health? Why do I just embody perfect health? Like, why am I so perfectly healthy? Why is everything naturally easy for me? Why is health the easiest thing for me to manifest? Why am I a master at health? Why am I a master of my body? I'm a master of my thoughts. Why am I a master of my emotions? I'm just so good at everything. I literally have perfect health. I'm so grateful for it. And every day my health gets better and better and better. And I think if you just keep doing that and just have this new mentality and just step into that best version of you, it's just going to become so natural and effortless. You won't even recognize yourself and the things that you're capable of doing. So I think that's a great place to end on day 3, and that's going to be the end of the health series. I might come back and do another one again, but I'm probably going to wait till I have other manifestations and changes. That way I could share real life experience with you guys. All right, see you next time.